What is good? What is happening, everyone? And welcome to a special edition of the Fairway, a tradition like no other. Oh, that was
There
bad.
is there is none other.
Yes, yeah, that was bad. Sorry, Jim. I apologize for butchering your famous line. I deeply apologize for you, Jim. But guys, yes, welcome to the Fairway. Today is episode 1 of our Masters recaps. We'll be doing recaps after round 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll do a watch along on round 4 on Sunday. But with me, as always, is my main man, Ryan. Ryan, how are you, bro?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, Fairs. This always I don't know. There's just something about this tournament, this time of year. Like it's the start of spring here in Canada.
Hmm.
It's and then you see the beautiful pictures of azaleas and how Augusta has this course just so pristine, and it's just I just can't wait to talk about it. This is going to be fun, and
Uh,
thank you for having me.
hey man, thank you for having us. Thank you for this. This was your idea, Ryan, and we appreciate it. But yeah, man, I can't wait. First round came about through. I believe there's still a couple of people on the course doing
Yep.
their thing. I believe Scotty Scheffler's still out there. I think he has one more hole. And then but the day is winding down for a lot of the folks. It's kind of a mixed bag after the first round. Some people had some good rounds, some very solid positive rounds, and some people had some downright god awful rounds for their standards. I'm not gonna lie, for their standards, it was pretty bad.
Welcome to the Masters.
Exactly, and the Masters, they're reestablishing, like, man, I remember one year when Tiger won the Masters by a pretty hefty margin, and then he came on and said, "Yeah, it was whatever." And then the Masters said, "Oh, it's whatever." Okay. And then it was
Okay, so
called, yeah. And then what it was called is they Tiger proofed the Masters, or they Tiger updated
oh
it.
yeah,
And then,
it's
yeah, but yeah, man, the Masters, man, it's Augusta. The only way to play it, you got to be in these tournaments, and you got to win it. So that's outside of that, you got to win it. Certain presidents have played Augusta because they are the U.S. president. So what is Augusta going to say? No, they could, they could, but I don't think
that's
they
it.
should.
I
Yeah,
don't think they would.
I don't think they would. But yeah, man, it's a tremendous. A lot of things have been talking, Ryan. The par three. We'll talk about the golf in a bit. But around the Masters, man, it's about the tradition and the ambiance and the no
Yes,
phones allowed. You can't have your phone. No,
that's fantastic.
no photography. People are like, why? It's because they want you to be in the moment.
Yep,
They want you to be in the moment. They want you to experience it.
they want you to
Ryan,
experience
yes,
the essence of what is the Masters.
yeah, pretty much. And I'm okay with it. I usually push back on the traditional the blowhards and all that stuff. But with the Masters, I'm with them a little, man. Like the grass is green, is pristine. The
Oh,
bunkers, the sand in the bunkers, it's always this pristine, shiny white. It's tremendous. I quite enjoy it all. But let's get right into it, Ryan. Let's talk about it. Roy McIlroy, defending champion. He came out the gates.
wow.
He's leading after round 1. A first round 67. He's 5 under par. He's tied with Sam Burns, the American. They both shot 67s. They're both 5 under par, but they have some a couple of challengers. Justin Rose, for most of the day, was around 3 under, 4 under. He looked like he was gonna be in the third
Yep,
slot, but unfortunately, towards the end, he kind of tailed off. Now he's 2 under par, so he's 3 strokes back, but
still
not
right in there.
still
Still
right
right
in
in
there.
there.
Still right in there because round 1, a lot of people imploded. A lot of things can happen in rounds 2, 3, and 4. So we'll see how it happens. But yeah, let's take out Ryan. What was your big questions coming into it, and were they answered? And what did you like coming out of round 1?
Well, I think the biggest question was for all of us is obviously Scotty Scheffler. Like, how is he going to come out and be in the first round? And he just had his second baby, and congratulations to him and his family, and all this stuff. But it's like, how's he going to come out? And you know, he's come out and he's put himself like right now in a position where he's 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 right there in the tournament. Like, I mean, it's Scotty Scheffler still the best golfer in the world. Like, there's no ifs ands or buts. And if he's anywhere sniffing the top of the leaderboard, everybody needs to watch out. So
Mm.
I think that Scotty just coming out and shooting a solid first round, uh, that kind of answered one of my questions, and the other one was, how was Rory going to do?
Mm-hmm.
With all the obligations that Rory has had this week, with the champions dinner and everything going on, that's a lot for, like, for somebody to deal with. And I'm not saying Rory's game's been, it hasn't been great, it hasn't been terrible, but it hasn't been great. But for him to come out and shoot a 5 under in the first round, I think that just is saying to everybody, hey, you need to bring your best stuff. And this course is only going to get harder.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Rory come out and said, you know what, bring your best, because that's what it's going to take this green jacket off of my back.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I think it's great. Like, I mean, if you look at the leaderboard, it's pretty stout. Like, there's a lot of very, very good golfers that are up there. And I think this is going to be the biggest test for anybody of the year. I think, with the way that the conditions of this course is at and where it's going to get.
Yes. Yes. A lot of bunching up. You got tied for first, tied for third. You have 3 people tied for third. You have 4 people tied for sixth. So there's a lot of people are still there. A lot of people are still in the running. So I wouldn't count any of them out. But also too, it's really impressive with Rory, because he pulled out of a couple of events early before this. So he's not fully. Wasn't healthy. Is he fully healthy now? Maybe we don't know. But after the first round, he looks pretty good. His body looks, it's been adjusting well. So a 5 under is pretty good. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm a little surprised. Shout out to Sam Burns. Sam Burns being tied for first.
Well, yeah.
He's pretty good. But because I know Sam Burns from the Ryder Cup, and I don't think he did enough in that Ryder Cup for like a lot of us. I think either he was the one who got burned because of Victor Hovland's injury. Was it him or someone else?
It might have been. Oh no, yeah, I can't remember now, Ferris. It might have been Sam Burns.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, like, I mean, Sam Burns he is a high quality player. When Sam Burns is on, like, he's fantastic on the greens. He's good around the greens. So I mean, there's no ifs ands or buts. Like, if that part of his game is there, he can make some noise.
mm-hmm.
But I also think too, like, I think course conditions play a big factor, and I think the earlier that you go out in these rounds, the bigger of an advantage you will have. So that's why, like we look at the first round scores and we look at who's at the top of the leaderboard. If you look at a lot of them, the majority of them were morning groupings.
Yes, they were.
Where you have people like Justin Rose, you have Patrick Reed, you have Brooks Koepka. If they can maintain where they are, like, through the final holes of this round, they get to go out early in the morning tomorrow, which I think will be a massive advantage with the conditions, because they're expecting no rain. Mm-hmm. They're expecting a little bit of wind. So all that's going to do is dry this course out that much more and make it faster and harder. And it's going to be taxing on these players. So I think the earlier tee times going into tomorrow is going to be a massive advantage for those players.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
based on the Augusta dew, as they may say.
Good old Sunday morning dew, but it's
Sunday morning dew.
Yeah, but it's a Thursday morning on a Friday morning dew. But yeah, no, the course hasn't settled. It's so you can play it very well. And then, like we said, like, I think you're right, Ryan, because the later groups, they haven't been able to catch Rory and Sam Burns. They've been hovering
No,
around two under, one
well,
under.
they've
Some of
been
them are
able to.
evens.
No, they've been able to get to a point, and then
Yeah.
once they get to the whole 14, 15, or sorry, 13, 14,
Hmm.
15, 6, then it almost seems like it's a struggle just to stay even par. Like
Yeah.
1, 2 over, which is that's very respectable. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But when you have Rory who's already posted a 5 under, that puts a lot more pressure on them coming into these final holes on day one anyway. It's only day one. There's lots of golf left to be played. You
Yes.
just want to you just want to get yourself in a position where you go into, Friday, you can have a good round. You just want to get to the weekend.
Hmm. Yeah, Delia, shout out to Delia. She's just says, how do you feel about Woodland going out in a green shirt, testing karma by trying to manifest a green jacket, or just coincidence? That doesn't mean anything. It's probably just coincidence. It doesn't mean anything.
I think Gary Woodland is a phenomenal story
Hmm.
this year. Him winning a tournament like after everything, like a past, like he was like I don't know the exact year, but a PGA Tour champion. Such high hopes for Gary Woodland,
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden, it's like he just fell off a cliff and hit rock bottom. And I'm pretty sure he's openly talked about PTSD and all that stuff. I think he's experienced.
Hmm.
So I mean, for him just just to be able to play in these tournaments and make it to these tournaments, it's such a huge testament. And I'm so happy that he's finding success. He's in a good place, and honestly, like he's in a great place right now. Like he was, I believe he was one of the later groups, or he's still out there.
Yeah, he's still out there. Yeah, him and Robert McIntyre. Robert McIntyre is on the 18th hole.
Yeah,
Um,
and he's, what is he, even par?
who, Robert?
No, no, Gary
Gary.
Woodland.
I believe. Yeah, I believe. No, I believe he's under
One
one
under,
under.
one under.
One under. Yeah, he's one under par.
If he can finish his round at 1 under and be the last group out today and the first group out tomorrow, I think he's in a fantastic position.
Yep, he's one under on 18.
Oh wow, good for
Yeah,
him. Like
yeah.
that's the that's one of the that's to me that's one of the, like, that's a player who's persevered. And you know what, those, like, and I don't like, every player out there is persevering through things.
Hmm.
But what Gary Woodland has had to go through,
Yeah.
like, it's incredible. And I wish him nothing but the best and success. And
He
you know
just
what,
won a he just won a tournament, I think last week or 2 weeks
was
ago.
the
I
last,
think
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, so that's good. Well, speaking of someone who's also on 18th, I think paired with Gary, as Gary actually, it's a live feed right now. Gary's is chipping onto the green is Robert McIntyre. We talked about Robert a couple of weeks ago. It was your possible player of the year or watch out.
It was my player of the year.
Yeah,
He was my watch out player of the year. Like, he was my
yeah.
bold prediction. Now, I mean, again, like, it's
Gary.
not.
Also, well, I just want to before I interrupt you, Gary. It was a tremendous chip by Gary Woodland on 18. That's all I got to say. Right onto the green. It's
Yeah,
a good putting, a good putting. But no, but here's the thing too. I'm not trying to pick on Robert McIntyre. There's been a lot of really big names on the bad half of the leaderboard. Robert is +8, but then we also have John Rahm at +6. I believe Patrick Cantley's +5 and Bryson DeChambeau's +4. So these are big names, not on the
no,
good side.
I
Brooks
also.
Koepka is
Oh,
even, but which
yeah.
is good. But yeah, like it's been the first round has really done
Well,
a number on some big names. Former
I think
and one of them being a former master champion.
no, you're 100% correct, Ferris. I think a lot of it too, like the first round, like, it's the first round's always the toughest because
Hmm.
you're, like, yes, you've played practice rounds and all that stuff, but
Hmm.
you haven't seen the the tournament setup when it comes to greens and pin
Hmm.
placements and stuff like that. Like, I think like these top players who are like McIntyre, just like even +4 DeChambeau. Like if you look, the leader's only -5. Like they're not like if they go out and shoot like a 66 or 65 tomorrow, they're right back in the tournament. Like it's like one round does not define you right now. Does it suck to be behind the 8 ball? Yes, in the first round, absolutely. But these players are
Is
too
it
good.
negative? Is it negative momentum? Because you get into the head, you don't know what you're doing.
Well, I think a lot of it depends on how you played.
Hmm.
Like if you played well but you just didn't score and you had a couple of bad shots, that's different. But if you were like all round you were off, then yes, then I would be worried and I would be on the range trying to figure it out.
Hmm. Scheffler is on 18 right now. His first putt on the green got it real close to the hole. It's him and Woodland on that together. Scheffler, two-time Masters champion. So when we end this right now, I want to talk about something about the Masters. I really want to get your opinion on something a little
Mhm.
lighthearted. But yeah, so Scheffler's up 2 under. He's still in it. Who else do you think has a shot? Like I know you talked about the guys who are on the +8 side, but realistically, in the top 10, who are you thinking? Who do you think has a shot still? Or do you expect the same? Because if it's same thing with Rory, he comes out in the morning and he shoots another 5 under. I'm just speaking hypothetically because you don't know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
Do people start thinking, "Oh my God, Rory back to back," or do you see Sam Burns doing something? What do you think is going on? Do you think the course is going to stay this way through these 4 days? Because you said
Oh
there's no
no no no
rain.
no
You said there's no
no no
rain. There's
no.
no
The course is going
wind.
to change. The course is
Yeah.
going to change drastically
Yes.
throughout the next 3 days. Um, I think the person who can keep it in the well, I mean, it's really like I'm not. It's a simple recipe.
Hmm.
Keep your drives in the fairway. I'm not saying you have to give yourself a birdie look on every hole, but a par is actually will be very good
Yes.
because if the greens dry out and they get quicker, look out. At the end of the day, whoever is running a hot putter, I believe, will probably be right up there.
Hmm.
So like there's a guy I have my eye on. Now I'm biased, as we all know on this channel. I'm Canadian.
Nick Taylor.
That's the one who, he's 1 under. He finished, he started 1 under. He's won some big tournaments. He's not the typical Canadian that I would pick in the Masters because Corey Connors seems to have a game that's suited for Augusta National, like with his iron play in that.
Hmm.
But but Nick Taylor just seems to have something like it's gonna become about the putting. And Nick Taylor just seems to have something that he can. He's not the greatest putter, but
Hmm.
he's streaky.
If he gets hot,
So
it's over.
so if he can get on a roll, read the greens, and that I think he's got a legitimate chance of at least contending on Sunday.
Hmm.
Now if you have your Scotty
Update.
Schefflers, oh,
Scheffler, Woodland, and McIntyre just finished their rounds. They finished
mhm,
their 18th. Scheffler ends the day 2 under. Gary 1 under, and unfortunately for Robert McIntyre, he stays at 8 over.
8 over. Okay, well, so Robert McIntyre has a lot of work to do.
Yes.
He's got to come out tomorrow and shoot a 65. But again, this course is going to change so much. Maybe tomorrow the round of the day will only be like a 67 or a 68. We don't know.
Hmm.
It's only going to get tougher. But I think so. Going back to the previous conversation we had, I think if you have Rory up there, you have Scotty up there, you have names who've been there before. I mean, it's they're tried and they're tested. They mentally they know what to expect. Physically they know what to expect, especially in a major.
Hmm.
So I think as long as they can maintain an arm's distance, to the leader, I still think it's going to be one of them that are going to take the green jacket.
Harris English and Kim Soo. Hold on, I'm gonna get his name right. Kim Si Woo and
Hmm.
I believe Marco Penge. They're the last three on the course.
Okay.
But most of everybody has completed their day. I believe they're all coming towards the 18th hole. They just finished 17th, so they're gonna end their days off and end Augusta National right there. But yeah, man, it's honestly, man, I'm really looking at Rory. Can he keep the place? I'm with you too, Ryan. I'm gonna keep track of like the afternoon and the morning tee offs because to see if
I
it
think that'll be a big difference.
yeah,
Like
because
go,
to see
especially tomorrow.
if it keeps that way, oh, the morning people get more of an advantage, or it may flip. We don't know. It could flip depending on what happens through the night. So we'll see how it goes. So it could be an advantage or a disadvantage going into that. So yeah, pretty much.
Could be.
Any other news and notes for you, Ryan? Other than
I
this
would just yeah like so I mean obviously the play today was very good, exceptional. Uh,
one?
but I just want to give a shout out to how Augusta handles their par three competition,
Mm-hmm.
how they include the families, the children of these golfers, of these these athletes. I mean, I don't know about you, Ferris, but I watched. I'm gonna literally I watched a video after a video after a video on YouTube of just highlights of these young these kids
Mm-hmm. Of the
having
yeah.
having the time of their lives, like from hitting a golf ball 10 yards to playing in a bunker to running down a fairway
It's family day. It's wonderful to see.
to having some kids that are legitimately almost hitting greens. It to me it is undoubtedly uh, it's that almost like it's not quite to the extent of watching the a Sunday of the Masters,
Mm-hmm.
but it is honestly one hell of a fantastic watch, and I hope more people would like tune in just for the sheer entertainment of it. Yes, the golfers are they're still hitting shots. They're hitting holes in one. Justin Thomas hit a hole in one yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Spieth and
Wyndham, I
Jordan
believe.
Spieth and Max Homa were a group. He hit a hole in one, and guess what? He turned around and did the money sign
Yeah.
because they still have friendly bets, but that's not what it's about. It's about watching these golfers with their wives, with their children. It is such a great event that the Masters put on. I think I think a lot of these other professional sports need to look at this and figure out a way that they can maybe try to do something like this during an All-Star weekend or something with their family. Because
Hole in ones
it
by Justin Thomas, Wyndham Clark, and Keegan Bradley and Tommy Fleetwood. All tremendous all around. It was pretty
it's
cool.
it's
I love me a
it's
good hole in one, especially on the par three.
I just what I could the whole ones were great. I could watch the children
Mm-hmm.
for a half hour straight, just laughing like Shane Lowry's daughter is the sweetest child I have ever seen. She's going up and she's hugging everybody and they're showing this on TV. And
Mm-hmm.
it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I hope more people decide to watch it moving forward and stuff like that. And yes, the par three tournament absolutely means nothing.
It means absolutely nothing, but
Means
it's great to
nothing.
see. It's great to see.
But it's great to see the PGA Tour and Augusta National just doing this for the families because it's such a great look like it's such a great experience for everyone,
Mhm.
and it's so fun to watch.
Absolutely. I love it. And it's a great, like, because it's very intense, right? Because it's the Masters. It's going to be an intense buildup. But I like how the Masters say intense buildup, and then right before the intense event, they do this basically. Now everyone
Yes.
relax
Yep.
because you want to be relaxed. So they relax everybody on
They're
the
giving
par three.
yeah, they're giving everybody the calm
Yes,
before the storm.
absolutely.
And I appreciate that. And like I look at these kids and I see the smiles on their faces,
Hmm.
and I see the smiles just not on their faces but on their parents' faces as well.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
Because a lot of golfers have their better halves on the
As
bag
their caddies, yeah.
as their caddies and that, and it's just, you know what, it's so good to see. And like I said, I hope more sports, professional sports, think of a way that they can include that stuff
Hmm.
going forward, because it's just fantastic to watch.
Yeah, yeah. But Ryan, before we wrap up, I want to get your opinion on this, right? The big thing about the Masters tournament, right,
Mhm.
is always the champions dinner. The champion that's coming, the returning
Mhm.
champion. They pick out a dinner for all the former Master champions, and they all have a big dinner and all them is. So let me get your opinion on this, Ryan. This is Rory McIlroy's first champions dinner.
Okay,
All right. His appetizers. This is Rory's appetizers. He has four appetizers, Ryan.
that's solid
Yes,
though.
yeah,
That's
yes,
solid.
yeah. A peach and ricotta flatbread with balsamic hot honey or basil, rock shrimp tempura, creamy spicy sauce, bacon wrapped dates, goat cheese and almonds, grilled elk sliders with caramelized onion jam and roast garlic aioli. That sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. That sounds pretty good, Rory. And then
I
the
know what
first
I'd take.
course. And then the first course.
Well,
Yellow. Oh,
can I tell you what I would take?
we'll build ours after I tell you. We'll build it.
Okay, okay,
We'll build. First
okay.
course, we can't disagree, is yellowfin tuna carpaccio, foie gras toasted baguette with chives. Oh, yo man, Rory, man, Rory. The main course, it's a choice of wagyu filet mignon or seared salmon, traditional Irish champ, sauteed Brussels sprouts, glazed carrots with brown butter, and crispy Vidalia onion rings. Then, then at the end, the
you,
dessert. It's sticky toffee pudding with vanilla ice cream and warm
oh,
toffee sauce. So Ryan,
that's so Irish.
yeah. So Ryan, let's build it right. Where are you going with the appetizers? What you selecting?
They all sound absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, can I have one of each, please?
I
But
personally,
but
I would do that,
probably
but
not.
I probably
No.
I'm not gonna eat the bacon wrapped dates. I don't really do bacon, but I'll take all the other three.
Oh,
I'll
that's
take
what
the
I
other
want.
three. That's what I'll take.
Anything. Oh, give
Yeah.
me anything that's bacon wrapped, and I mean, I will take that to my grave. Anything bacon wrapped. So give me the bacon wrapped date, even though it's a date.
Yeah.
It's bacon wrapped. Give me
Honestly,
that
man,
for my appetizer.
I would go with the grilled elk slider.
Of course you would.
Yeah, yeah. I
Have you
would
ever
do
had
that.
elk? Have you ever had
No,
elk?
no, I wouldn't, but I'll
So,
definitely taste it. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Either that or the. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That peach ricotta flatbread sounds pretty good.
yeah, no,
But I'm going with the elk slider strips. I'm going elk.
okay.
You go bacon wrap date. I go
I go
elk
bacon wrap date.
sliders. First choice, the first course, it's the yellowfin tuna. So it is what it is with the
Okay.
carpaccio. But the
I'm not
main
gonna be
course,
I'm not gonna
yeah,
be unhappy with that.
yeah. But the main course, right? Either we go the wagyu filet mignon or the seared salmon.
Does it matter what, like, am I in training or can I just indulge?
Indulge, Ryan. You're indulging. You're one of the retired master champions. You're
Gi-
you're like you're like Freddie Couples. You know what I mean? You're Jack. That's who you are.
well,
You don't care.
give me the damn wagyu then, because
That's what I'm saying, Ryan.
I'm just. But see, but that's the thing though. So you're having the elk, and you're just loading up on the
No, but
protein, man.
no,
You're
but we
loading
have
up on the
we
protein.
have the yellowfin tuna though. So we got elk, then tuna, then the filet mignon. So little,
That's a lot of protein.
you're right. You're right. It's a lot of protein. It's a lot of protein. But yeah, I would go too.
But
But
I would definitely go with the Wagyu steak
yeah, yeah,
over this salmon.
exactly. So shout out to Rory McIlroy. Uh,
Now, hey, you know what? And what would even be more impressive is if he's actually cooked that himself.
no, absolutely not. Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah,
no,
no.
no! You're getting all the fine chefs to do that for you.
Yes, yes. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Shout out to Rory. Um,
And
shout out to,
anybody
this is a great
and
message. Dinner.
and anybody who's watching or wants to comment, please comment. What
Yeah.
is your master's dinner?
You know what? You know what? In the comments, guys, what would be your master's dinner?
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what? Oh, Ryan, we should have. You know what, Ryan? At the end of the tournament, Ryan, let's
Okay, okay.
let's create our master's dinner. What would we serve if
So
we
we
won the
will
Masters?
act as champions
We will
after
act like
Sunday,
champions. Yes, we will act
and
like
then
champions.
we will make our menu for the
Yes.
following year.
The following year, yes, we will after the watch along, we will at the end we will then tell everyone our master's dinner. So
That sounds like absolutely.
yes, so be on the lookout for that, and then we want your master's dinner under this
Absolutely.
video. Hit the
100%.
like,
Anybody.
so guys, anybody. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. We're gonna do it tomorrow, same time, 4 o'clock. Saturday, same time, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, and then Sunday, 12 o'clock Pacific, we're doing our watch along. We're watching the Masters final round like we did for the Players Championship. So join us and have fun. We can't wait to see if repeat champion or somebody else. We'll see how it goes.
You just don't know.
You just don't know. But on that note, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Ryan, where else can they find you on the channel?
Well, here on this wonderful Good Friends, Better Rivals channel, we a couple of shows coming up. So we, my friend Snark and I, we do our playoff. It's post whistle, but it's playoff beards.
Playoff beards are coming.
Playoff beards are coming back because the NHL season is coming to an end and playoffs are back. So that'll be next week. I believe it'll be Friday. We're going to do a season wrap up and a playoff preview. So stay tuned for that. And then I believe we also have another sports show that we just started. It's called 90 Feet. It's our baseball show where we cover Major League Baseball and baseball related topics. And I do think we are going to have a show on Sunday right after our watch along. So
yes.
Be tuned for that. It's going to be a crossover. We're gonna do our best to bang get them all out. And you know what? If you love golf, if you love sports, we have hockey, we have baseball, we have tennis, we have everything to cover every sport. So please, join, subscribe, because we're almost at our goal. What's our goal, Ferris?
Trying to get to 400. We're at 395. We're at 395.
We're so close. So, anybody watching, please share this video, subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell for notifications so you can get shows like the Playoff Beards, like 90 Feet, like the Rally, like what we're doing right now, the Fairway. It'd be greatly appreciated. And again, thank you also and Starting 11. Sorry, that's a staple of this channel too. Starting 11. That's our soccer talk, football
every
talk.
Tuesday. Yeah, every Tuesday, 5 o'clock Pacific for Starting 11. 90 Feet this Sunday, roughly around 3 o'clock. Well,
and what about
what
about your show? What about your show, the Friday show?
So tomorrow, guys, 5 o'clock Pacific. Good Friends, Better Rivals is back.
Nice.
We're going to be talking American football. Big news coming out of New York. A trade request was offered. We're going to do a mock draft. We're going to have some fun. So be on the lookout for that. So appreciate you guys. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be right after the Masters video. It'll be like right after. It's going to be leading right into it. So make sure just to hop on over. So thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Have a wonderful time. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 4.